Hey everybody, welcome to the second series in our chair yoga practice. And you might be wondering, why is she in her office? Why am I here? Got Leo in here with me. So I just did a quick video on my 3-day program that's rolling out for January. And I get a little stiff. I did a lot of driving this week, a lot of driving today, a little tense driving. And so I was sitting at my desk and I have my cheat sheet of kind of what I want to cover in the chair yoga series. And I thought, why not? Why not just be here in my office? Because maybe you're in your office and you get this notification that there's a brand new YouTube video, chair yoga, and you're like, heck yeah, I'm just going to pop it up. So I want I want to convey that, and I hope that as you practiced with me for so long, so many of you, that yoga is not this perfectly curated, has to be in a yoga studio, has to be perfect kind of thing. It can be anywhere and anywhere. And that's that anywhere and anytime. That's that flexibility that we talked about in week one. There is a ton of, or day one, there's a ton of stuff going on right now. There's holiday shopping, there's the demands, the holiday parties, the expectations, all of that stuff filling us. And there's the twinkly joy we talked about day one, the need for significant peace. And then we have this how do I find compassion with myself and others during this really difficult time? And kind of just roll with things, right? We have to be willing to roll with things. And that brings a lot of compassion. I had an opportunity today to share yoga with a man who's recently been placed into assisted living. He's very young. And he just had tears rolling down his eyes the whole time. And I grabbed his hand and I said, talk to me. What's going on? And he said, I spent my whole life trying to be the tough guy. And I just now want to let my emotions be heard and seen. So beautiful. That's a gift. That's compassion, is the willingness to reveal parts of us ourselves to other people so that we can relate, we can connect. Oh, talk about the teacher. Talk about the teacher. I tend to keep my emotions very in a box. Nobody really knows how I feel ever because and this beautiful soul came to me today and said, I spent my whole life having to be. So I just thought that was beautiful and I wanted to share that with you. And maybe that means something to you. It certainly meant something to me in the form that this teacher of mine, this student of mine, is giving me a gift to say, you know what, be vulnerable, share your feelings, laugh if you want to laugh, cry if you want to cry, because life is short. All right, let's sit really tall. Let's sit really tall. I'm on a stool. I don't even have a back to my chair. How cool is that? That's how adaptable yoga can be. I am going to be mindful because it's on wheels and I could take off. All right, sit really, really tall for me. I'm going to turn my palms towards you. I know that you can't see my palms, but that is a beautiful, subtle way to open the heart. So just check out my shoulders for a moment. I'm going to turn my palms inward. Look at that. My heart sinks. So I turn my palms outward, and all that is a rotation at my shoulder. That's all it is. I'm going to slip off my little sweater so that we can really dive into this shoulder rotation thing. It's really cool. Okay, so palms in creates this kind of sunk chest. Palms rotated out. Okay, so it's just shoulder stuff, but the energy is huge heart stuff. Okay, so turn your palms forward. That brings an energetic opening to your heart. Okay, take a big breath. Maybe close your eyes, empty your breath. Take one more breath, just like that. And empty your breath. Now, keeping your palms forward, we're going to circle up to the sky. Big, 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 giant, huge breath. Grab your left wrist and pull it up and over. Straighten those arms as if you're cradling your beautiful head between your arms. And then we're going to inhale back up. Grab your right wrist, palm is still forward, and exhale over. Feel that in the shoulder, in the back of the shoulder. Straighten those arms. Inhale, up we go. And exhale, lower your arms. We're going to add in a forward fold this next time. It's just a simple half sun salute. Inhale to the sky, grab your left wrist, exhale over. Inhale to the sky, grab your right wrist, exhale over. Here's where we change it. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive forward, lay your belly on your legs and touch your toes, okay? Ooh. On your next breath in, rebuild your spine super slow. When you get to the very top, turn your shoulders down and rotate your palms forward. We're going to do that sequence 3 times. The idea is that we begin to find that relationship and that link between breath and body. Typically, this is something that you would do as you greet your day, kind of after your mindfulness practice, or maybe before your mindfulness practice, getting into that body connection. And so we're going to do it 3 times, and then we're going to come down and move some of the legs a little bit as we change up the game. So I'm going to turn just slightly so that I'm not facing directly towards you. But notice that as I do turn slightly, that shoulder stays back and down. So here we go. Take a breath, empty the breath, circle all the way up to the sky, long breath in, grab your left wrist, pull it over to the right. Inhale back to the sky, grab your right wrist, pull it over to the left. Inhale to the sky, here comes that swan dive, forward folds. On your inhale, rebuild the spine, come up slow. And on your exhale, drop your shoulders, turn your palms. 2 more times. Inhale to the sky. Grab your left wrist, exhale over. Inhale to the sky. Grab your right wrist, exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Let your belly find your thighs. Inhale. And then drop your shoulders. Exhale. Let's do it 1 more time together. Inhale to the sky. Grab your left wrist. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive. And slowly roll on up and drop your shoulders. Now, I came up with this really fun sort of adaptation of a sequence. And for this time of year, it's just such a beautiful thing when we think about that pressure, right? That pressure. What do I get? Got to get to the store. Got to have the perfect wrappings. Are they going to like it? Do they already have it? Like so much. Guess what? You and I and every single person on the planet has an innate gift within them that is absolutely free, absolutely tremendously free. And we can choose to give it every single day. And it can vary, right? It can vary from giving compassion, giving love, giving kindness, giving laughter, giving joy, giving hope, giving time, giving presence, not present, your presence. So as I've been teaching all week, this idea that people who I tend to be in front of don't have the resources that maybe you and I have. And so they feel less than because they don't have a tangible gift to give. So we've been turning that kind of uncomfortable, yucky feeling into something beautiful. And so I'm going to teach you the sequence that I've been teaching all week. I think it's delightful. It's fun and it's playful. And it's a big, powerful reminder that we have something in us to give and it costs nothing. Okay. So we're going to think about how influential energy and our heart can be across the globe, not just within our family or our home or even our neighborhood or our community, but really thinking about spreading the intention and energy of whatever you have a lot of in your heart. And we'll do a few rounds of this. And so I want you to identify what's extra full in your heart today. It may change tomorrow. You may have something else that you would love to see radiate from you out into the world. Okay, like a big, beautiful, soft blanket. Just that's where we're going to go. So if we think about what's in our heart, place your hands on your heart, kind of tap in and tune in. What do you have a lot of today? Maybe it's patience. Man, the world needs it. The world needs patience. Maybe you have a lot of love. a lot of hope, a lot of potential, a lot of certainty. People need certainty right now. Think about what you have in you to give the world today, and let's begin. We're going to reach across the mountain ranges, all the way through the mountains. We're going to spread that through the deserts of the world and find cactus pose. Let's try that again. Spread whatever it is you have in your heart across mountains and through deserts. Okay, we're going to keep going. Through the mountain ranges and through the deserts. Place your hands on your head. This is where it gets playful. This becomes a Christmas tree. We're going to lift one leg up and be a Christmas tree. Here we go. Across the mountain ranges, through the deserts, we spread whatever we have a lot of, Christmas trees to twinkle. One more time, and then we add on. Across mountain ranges, through deserts, to the trees, and let's add on. Next round, here we go. Across the mountains, through the deserts, around the trees. Let's go to the tropics, the high point mountain ranges of the tropics. And in the tropics, there's waterfalls. Sweep on down, touch your toes. Spreading from the waterfalls into the galaxies, become a huge star. From the galaxies, we make that wish. Put your hands together like a bow and arrow. I'm going to wish that in my heart, all of my love can reach across the world. So I'm going to pull my arrow of love back. Notice how strong and straight the arms are. I'm going to lift my arrow of love to the sky. Take a huge breath in. Blow it out. Reach up and catch it. And bring love back to your heart. Okay? So take a big breath in. Empty your breath. We're going to do 2 more rounds. I want you to think what you have a ton of in your heart today. And as we reach for the mountaintops and across the deserts, know that that intention is flooding from your heart to all beings, okay? Across the mountain ranges, through the deserts, into the forest, into the very high tropic treetops, through the waterfalls, into the galaxies, the stars in the sky. Grab your bow and arrow. Pull back, world peace. Aim it to the sky. Take a big breath. Blow it out. Catch it. And bring that own internal peace back to your heart. You can choose whatever's in your heart. I'm just going with mine. To the treetops we go. Through the deserts, we spread that love and peace. Through the forests, to the Christmas trees, to the tropics, the tops of the trees, down into the waterfalls that eventually reach the ocean. We go into the galaxies and all the bright stars. Grab your bow and arrow. I'm offering hope. Pull back hope. Reach hope to the sky. Take a huge breath. Catch some hope and bring it right back to your heart. Take a full breath in. Empty the breath. How magnificent is that? Open your arms up like cactus arms, but pull the elbows back. Feel the heart space open. Wrap your arms around yourself, giving yourself a tender, beautiful embrace. Open your arms one more time into that beautiful cactus shape that's expanded and extended. And lower your arms. Grab your left knee, pull it in. We did this week 1 or day 1. They all run together. Day 1. We're going to change it up. We're going to change it up. I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to place it right on top of my right thigh. Let me just adjust this. Whoa, it's snowing out there. All right, here we go. Okay, so I've got my left knee comes to my left ankle. Now, if this is not available, you can cross it here. If that's not available, cross your ankles. 3 places to be. Here, here, or here. All is fine and doable. I'm going to stick with here. I'm going to have my hands on my leg, So it's on the top leg, whether it's across the knees like you're skirted or at a long skirt with your ankles. Take a breath in and then lean forward. You will feel this in your low back and in your left hip. Stay and breathe, stay and breathe. Inhale to rise and uncross. Let's switch sides. Grab your right knee, squeeze it in, cradle it into your chest. Take your right foot, cross it over the left. Again, each side of our body is very different. If this is not available, flip it to where you have a skirt on. If that's not available, simply cross your ankles. You're still going to get a benefit through the low back and the pelvis. Take a breath in and hinge forward. Exhale. Stay and breathe. Inhale to rise. Uncross those beautiful legs. Hook your arms into a circle. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my opposite hand. I'm going to spin around and spin around the other way. This is so good for our bodies. Continue to go side to side, especially if we spend a ton of time sitting. We eat a big lunch, we have a staff meeting or something, and then we just plop down on our desk to finish our day. It'd be really, really hard on our belly. 2 more. Last one. Fantastic. Now, I'm going to use my little stool here, but if you are in front of a desk, go ahead and use your desk as your place to be. So it might be that your hands are a little bit higher. I'm going to be on my stool. So I'm going to take my legs just a little bit wider. Hands are going to find either your desk or a footstool like me. There goes my wheelie chair. Okay, so you could be sitting at your desk with your hands on your desk, and you're going to lean back, reach back, reach back, reach back. And lo and behold, this is a variation of downward facing dog. Arms are straight, head is between the arms, eyes are looking at your belly, and it feels amazing. Take a breath in, push into your palms, breathe out, and begin to rise. Now, I'm fortunate I have wheels, so I can just slide back in. You may have to scoot your chair back. So we're going to do that one more time, and we're going to add the opposite of down dog, which is up dog, and we're going to shift our heart up. So press your hands onto your desk or a stool like me, an ottoman. Go ahead and hinge back. Place your head between your arms. Look at your belly. Downward facing dog variation. Take a breath. Empty the breath. And then we're going to come into upward facing dog. So you're going to scooch forward, keep your hands on your desk, lift your heart, lift your nose, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, upward facing dog. Last downward facing dog. And inhale to rise. Now, let's just problem solve this a little bit. Let's say you don't have a footstool, you don't have an accessible desk that's not cluttered with computers. You could use yoga blocks, okay? So you could stack those yoga blocks onto the floor, press in on the up dog, hinge back on the down dog. Okay, so lots of ways to practice, lots of ways to get into the body, knowing that this time of year, spreading those wonderful feelings of the emotions that we have in our body is a perfectly wonderful way to spread cheer, to spread joy, to give peace on earth. And it costs absolutely nothing, absolutely nothing. And it is my deepest belief that when we show up in the world as people who are intending to open and offer our hearts and show up as our very best selves, it is ripple effect, right? It is a ripple effect. The first people that we influence are the people closest to us. As we pause before we speak, as we really listen, as we really have compassion for those who are struggling within our inner circle, then that begins to influence them. And then they start to readjust their thoughts and actions and words. And then they start to influence the people around them. And pretty soon, this single action of ourselves of love, hope, compassion, peace, tranquility, presence, attention becomes broader and broader and broader and broader. And then who knows where it ends, right? It's endless. There's an infinite amount of love available. So as you go through these next couple of weeks of settling into more pressure, more expectations, more demands, having that I'm just going to roll with it kind of self-love attitude, knowing that there will be times of major goodwill, major generosity, major gratitude. All of those things can be tangible, touchable things. Others things can be action, doing goodwill for people, being generous with your time, with your love. Doesn't have to do anything to do with something that comes in a box. That's where we start to have that beautiful energy of compassion that goes beyond ourselves out into the world. So I will see you for day 3 whenever I get around to recording it, as we're just rolling with it this time. And look for more coming soon. It'll be, hopefully we'll have all 5 done before the holidays, and for sure before my hand surgery, which is on the 28th. So I will see you soon. Be well. Continue to spread love across the mountaintops, through the deserts, into the galaxies, through the waterfalls, wherever you go. Aim for it, shoot it, and then bring it right back. All right. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you soon.